Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Australian report for Thursday, October 28, and just starting on the daily chart for the ASX here. We've been looking at, the 74 to develop support. We've also got the 50-60% retracement level here. I have to say it does kind of look quite nice as an A wave here, and then an A and a B and a C for the B wave up here, and then down for the C wave. But we won't go there yet. We expect this to be a little wave 4 here, and then we want to find support here and then move on up from that point. So in terms of the classic trading levels pattern, we can really kind of consider this the first high above the level. So we need it to establish this side of the pattern. So if we were looking at it like this here, we're on this side, so we need to sort of have this here, and then we need this here. We also know that Thursday is the bear day, so Wednesday and Thursday can be a little bit rough. So we look for Friday to be the buying day, so to speak. I think we need to put that 74 in there. Just sharpen that up a little bit. So yeah, anyway, sitting the script. So the wave 4, 1 lesser degree for this wave 4 to move back to is in that space over here. The 38.2% retracement level is a little bit lower, so it's possible for it to move down through to here. But what we're looking for at the end of the day is we're looking for it's always good if we do drop below the level, because what it does is it gives us a chance to look at the upside again with the little classic trading levels pattern sitting on there as support. So that 74 becomes a fantastic place to put a stop. Never put a stop on a whole number, but under the level there for that. So yeah, I mean, this count here would be different from the S&P 500 and so on, but we started much earlier too in the correction. So yeah, I mean, if I've made a mistake with all of this, then this wave 4 will be sitting on this low here and would just and we'll count to the upside. I'm aware of that, and yeah, we'll just have to work through that. So when we do move up into this space up through to here for this wave 5, yeah, that would give us, well, anyway, no, that's okay at this point. Just thinking out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. Yeah, no, we'll be all right because this is corrective in here, so we'll be pushing high. So I think I'm okay with that. And of course, we need to take that top out there as well. So yeah, but obviously we've got all of this big block here is really, all of this here is is showing up over here. It's being the resistance, it's the supply just meaning volume. So that's where we are, and let's just go to the hourly chart here. So there's probably a few different ways to count this down here, but if we just have a bit of a crack at it, and 1, 2, 1, 2 and a third wave here, so we'll be looking for 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we're looking down, something of that nature. There'll probably be another little hump within all of that. Yeah, so looking to go long on Friday. So we're just looking for further downside here to finish this off. Back over to the wave 4, 1 lesser degree, and then we can move up from that point. So you don't have to track it too much. There's just two things that you need to understand is that we want to drop below the level. That would be good, and then getting back up upon the level here and looking for that first high above the level there, so we can get some kind of support through here. Now, what will happen probably Thursday or Friday morning, very, very early in the US, I'm thinking US time, Australian time. So in the US markets, Thursday afternoon will start shoring up and could even start the rally here. So you'd probably want to get up a little bit earlier on the Friday if this is of an interest to you, and see what the S&P is doing. And if it's starting to make a move to the upside, then you need to be moving with it in this market. But that's where that is. And so it's all good. And we're going to have a look at the banks. So we're going to look at Commonwealth Bank, and just on the hourly chart here, we're looking. Our main focus has been really looking at this as 1 and 2 here, and then 1 ABC for 2 here, and then moving up. So we're really getting that now. We've got long positions on the intraday. Now we may get a pullback in here today. Or we just may push higher. I'm not that really fussed about it. We have got some nice volume coming in yesterday to help sort of pop it up a little bit here, so that's all good. So we'll just, on the intraday we've got some long trades on that. So we can look to add to that on the Friday as well. So it may pull back into wave 2, or we can just put wave 2 up in there. There's a good possibility for that. I won't go there today on that. We'll look at all of that tomorrow and adding to the positions there. On the Australia, New Zealand, the ANZ side here as well. Now this one's a little bit of a struggle here for this. So look, it's a very tight ranging sort of market, so it's not going to offer, you can see how it ranges. It does offer, its moves now and again, but most of the time it's just some consolidating and edging forward in one way or another. But at the same time, what we can see here, the balance line is the 28, and we have tested it for support. And we can, I won't go into the intraday on this either, because it's not going to go very far. But we just want to see it just bob along and start to push up, and it's kind of doing all the right things on that note. So we're going to have a look at BHP now. So I want to have a look at BHP in the US because it was down, but this US market and the Australian market has a reasonable 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse wave up off the low. So, we can call that wave 1 or an A wave. So I'm just going to put it up one level as well here. So we'll look at it as wave 1. That's a bit hopeful, but we'll put the A wave here, and we'll need to put the wave 2 and B wave here. So I'll probably lift these up a level because it's taken so long here to get this wave 1 in there. So it won't be this degree of structure, it'll be the next one up, but that's okay. I'll sort that out later. So with this market here, that could be 5 waves up there as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and coming back for an ABC pattern. But we'll just see how it plays out. If we do get another low here, then we'll be looking for the upside there based on this pretty clear 5-wave structure here, then an ABC pattern here for that. And that will be the same for the Australian BHP as well. It was down a bit yesterday, but on the daily chart here, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here. So we're looking at the 61.8%. We're looking for a low here. This can also be counted as 5 waves up through here. I know it looks a bit sort of lazy and all the rest of it, and it would be really nice if we can eventually get support on top of 40. That's where we'll be sort of looking for that. But, obviously there's weakness under this level here, and we could certainly make one more low here without any problems. It's just that we've got a 5-wave structure here, or we could look at that as an A wave, a B wave, and try to squeeze the C wave into here. That could be down to 1 here and 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could probably get that. But let's go to the, so it's high risk here until we get onto the 40. That's what I'm really trying to say. Let's just go to the 100 ticks. So off the low here, we do have a nice and I'll probably have to put that green wave 1 over to this wave 1 here, but it doesn't really matter for the time being. We do have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 up here, so we do have a reasonable 5 wave up here. The market has moved down as an ABC for wave 2 here. This little move in here appears to be 5 waves as well, so that's looking quite good at this point in terms of 1 and 2 here. We went over this yesterday, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5, all of the third wave here, the fourth wave and the fifth wave here. So we can look at this pulling back here. Now iron ore did drop overnight, and copper has dropped as well, so it's likely we could see further weakness in this move. And we'll look at that. We're looking at all the commodities in another video because I want to make the ASX video 10 to 15 minutes rather than an hour. So I just want to whip through a few stocks. So yeah, we'll have a look at FMG here. It's looking very bearish. Of course, this is just the tick chart here off the current low here. As I mentioned before, we could count a nice 5 waves down here, so I've just been a little bit sort of hopeful here, not really loading up on anything. Yeah, so it could certainly, well, it's, yeah, I mean, it certainly looks like it wants to come down, doesn't it, in that regard? But we'll just see. We'll just keep playing with it here. Obviously, we can go long above any of these highs, but we just haven't got those highs in play just yet, so we won't be doing any of that. But yeah, we also want the 15 here as the support, and also seeing copper. And well, we're seeing iron ore lower overnight. Not a big deal, but still puts a bit of. I mean, it could, because if we make a low below here, then we'll have to look lower, and then it can get a little bit frightening because we'd have to look at that as wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2. So then we'll be sort of coming back down. We could end up at $10 for that matter. So yeah. Let's just go over and have a look at. I want to have a look at Newcrest because the sectors that are trending at the moment are gold and energy, really. So we want to have a look a bit on that, on the gas side of things. So this is Newcrest Mining here, and this is just a monthly chart, which I just was having a bit of a look at, and we'll need to start labeling this. But what I was thinking here, just on the monthly, from this low here, this would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So from there to there on the monthly, that's beg your pardon, from there to there, that's 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could look at this one here. Let's just do that. Where are we? We'll have to probably go. Probably have to go cycle. So, well, I'll just put it like this. No, I can't do that. I have to do caps there. 1. It's not caps. One, 2. I just drop that down a bit. And then we can make this primary in here. I'll give that a bit more thought. Yeah, I'm going to go there. Anyway, it just helps a little bit, doesn't it? Just gives us a bigger picture now that we're going to start focusing on gold and gas. And wave 5 needs to make a high above there. So I'm thinking that I think we're good to go. I think we're looking for 5 waves up here. That's what I think. let's go to the daily chart and pick this up. And this here was an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. Okay, so when we go to the daily chart, I'll need to put this as okay. That's a bit more accurate of what we've just been looking at. So I'll just move these over the way. I'll just get rid of these. I'll need to relabel all of these, but that's okay. Just got to start somewhere, but we'll just leave that there. We know that this is all the A wave here, a B wave here, and a C wave coming into that place. So we don't need to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll need to change this labeling, but that's okay. And we track down here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're looking at this here, right? So I could probably lift that up a degree of structure as well. I'll just give that some thought. Anyway, I've got to think about the whole degrees and everything and yada, yada, yada. But what interests me the most is having an impulse wave here to confirm change of trend. And then we'll have the wave 2 here, and that can be part of our setup. Now, because we've got a clear 5 waves here, that means we can buy in the box back here at the 61.8%, but at the same time we'll also be looking to build over here. Now I will probably put in too many trades for everybody, but different folks will be getting in at different times and those sort of things, but it is a really good setup. And gold stocks will also be looking at the same thing. The other gold and silver stocks will be doing the same thing. So we do need to find some gold and silver stocks that are going to be moving. Now my suggestion is that when you're looking at gold and silver stocks off the lows here, look for the ones that have got the most range from the 29th of September, right, that low. Look at when you're looking at these stocks, look at the ones that have got the best range up here. If they've only got a small range here, well, they're following stocks, and following stocks don't have the range as the leaders. So you need the leading stocks, and obviously they're following the US spot gold to a point and yada, yada, yada. But look for stocks look for gold and silver stocks that have a good solid range in this from the 29th to the top here, because they're going to be the winners. They're the ones that are going to range out further in these moves further up here. So I think I might have had a look at the tick chart here for this. So we started to count this up here. I'm not really going to worry about it today too much, but just to let you know, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're looking for the ABC, so we're going to be looking at buying in this space here. We're not ready yet, but we'll nail that timing down. I also just want to have a quick look at WPL, which is Woodside. Now the thing here is that we've got ourselves a nice correction. We've got a nice impulse wave that's developing through here. We looked at purchasing over here for WPL and here, and we're also going to look to build on top of the $25, which is the medium level. We could do the same with Santos as well. With Santos here, we can look at off the low here. This is a daily chart for Santos. Let me just get this in here somewhere. So daily chart 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, so we're going up for 5. That will take us up to $8. There'll be profit taking there. We'll take some profit as well, and we'll look to get back in, but that's the run that we're looking at that point. OSH is the same as well, bit of a different sort of scenario, but also the wave 4 pullback. So if you wanted to move into there, perhaps on the $4.50, get a nice support on the 450, the classic trading levels pattern on the 450, and you could go from that point. Alrighty, I'm going to leave it at that, and commodities will be in a different video. Cheers.